Hi folks, Tim here again. Welcome to High End Cheap Tech. Today we're just going to take you down the road to how I got here. Just to give you a little background, years ago I started off with Tim's Tablet website, and I literally started a website on a, my God, ancient Athlon 1 gigahertz processor box that I built for my dad. Put Linux on it with a full install of Debian and started, doing stuff. And then one day I got a tablet. Yep, I bought a tablet. Now, that was sometime in 2014. I bought an Asus ME or Asus HD7 MemoPad PME 173X. And I just thought, because I was using it to take videos and stuff at the place I now work at. I didn't work there then. I just kind of went over there and went, you guys need a video for your website, which I kind of helped them set up because they weren't doing anything with it. And so I started shooting videos on it. And it worked fine. This thing was running on Android 4.2.2. Pretty old. I mean, here's the post I wrote on it. And this isn't even the oldest one. At the time I had a site called yourfreewordpress.com, and I was idealistically willing to let people set up their own website on my server using my cable connection, because I figured they're not going to get any more hits than me. Nobody really ever did, and that's okay. But after a while, I had decided to move it to a virtual machine where it could be all encompassed in its own little file, and no matter what happened, and if I changed computers, I could just take that whole thing and move it somewhere, which was cool. I got a Dell Optiplex after that. But in the meantime, I went crazy and I decided to set up a web server on the little old ME173 Asus. We're talking a tablet with 1 gig of RAM. And amazingly enough, I found out the damn thing worked. It would work all day long. It did have a problem. Android really would turn the Wi-Fi off every time it went to sleep. Not good. So I started running it from when I got home till about 11 p.m. when I went to bed. And then one day I figured out how to keep it on. Either plug it in, it was on power, stay on low. So I could run it all night, let it get almost drained, plug it in the morning, and keep it running. At that point, I had switched to a Dragon Touch X10, 11.6-inch tablet, 1 gig of RAM, using the KS Web app, which is a pretty decent server app. I think it cost me $3 for the Pro version. And MySQL, ran WordPress. It was flawless. And also back then, I could recharge the tablet. I had a Blue Studio X way older font. Right there is the reason I ended up with the Blue Studio Energy 2. 2100 milliamps, barely get through a day. It would charge quick, but obviously it would be dead shortly thereafter. So we began posting stuff on the Dragon Touch, and then I started putting stuff up on YouTube under my name. And probably did, I don't know, 50 videos, mostly how-tos, a lot of stuff about, hey, you can run Linux off of a tablet, or you can run this or that. And then it got my head, I'm like, wow, I need to start using a virtual machine on the tablet. So at that point we ended up with the iBook, the Chewy iBook. This was a dual boot. It was fast, efficient, and I was able to run Linux on it inside of Windows 10, and it would literally sit there and stay on. You know, because of Windows 10, you can tell it, yeah, keep the Wi-Fi on all the time. No problems with it turning off. Somewhere in here there was an Asus Z580CA that I used to run. I would turn the brightness all the way down and just set it to never sleep, and it would run about 8 hours. But in the meantime, it was time to move on to something real. So I got the iBook, put VMware on it, boom. Within, I don't know, a month or two, tabletserver.com cropped up. In other words, I bought the domain, created it, and started running the website, tabletserver.com, that is, off of a tablet. I did that for a year and a half until I moved. Maybe even more, almost 2 years, I think. It works, and would still work again if somebody went to tabletserver.com and kind of clicked on the donate button so you get cable back in here. Right now we're running off AT&T off my phone, of all things. Can't run off my phone when I go to work, can we? So that's kind of how we got where we're at. And I just thought I'd point that out. As a matter of fact, I think the background that you're seeing back here is from when I was running this on the Dragon Touch. I've moved this server. Nice thing about using backups, you can move it from one to another to another to another, which is great if you get hacked. One of them will work, hopefully. You might lose a month's worth of posts, whatever. So that's all I'm pointing out tonight, how we got where we are. And obviously how we got into the high end. It works, but cheap tech. Now, I'm not saying any of my stuff's high end, but the fact that I can run Linux on a tablet with Windows 10, pretty cool. And you know, you can go to this site and find all kinds of stuff at tabletserver.com/WordPress. about how to do that. And it won't matter what tablet you're running. You can literally run a web server off a tablet, a Surface, a cheap laptop. I've run it on an Asus X553SA. Did that for a while. That was a pretty good notebook, by the way. Laptop, whatever you want to call it, 15.6 inches. Only downside, had a hard drive, sucked down the battery. Had I just hung on to it and stuck an SSD into it, probably would still have it. So that's all I have for right now. So we're going to just cut it off there and say, yeah, now you know.